Okay, we're here. The South Sound Connection Live number 11. Good morning, Sean. Oh, we're matching today.
I know. Love that boomer. You gotta love that
Love
boomer.
that boomer. Oh,
Love
very good.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
we had some technical difficulties. I just learned something new about the way I've been sending out the information. So I'm
Oh, yeah.
actively trying to screw up my own show. So there
I
you
was
go.
going to use my MacBook on a personal hotspot, and then realized my MacBook was at 7%, so I had to come home,
geez.
plug in my laptop. Yeah, that's how that went.
Well, I don't know if you saw, we had Tom Steffens on. So this is like, it's actually worked out to be the Moses Lake episode. So
Right.
tell us a little, what is Youth Dynamics?
So the mission of Youth Dynamics is to invite and challenge students to a lifelong adventure with Christ and his church. So we are a parachurch ministry established in 1970 by Paul and Connie Evans. And Moses Lake actually started 25 years ago, the property here in 1996 here. So 25 years ago, you and I were student leaders with Mark Evans, right? 25 years, man. And now, 25 years later, I am the director of the facility here. So we're on campus. Well, when we're allowed to be back, we'll be on campus, middle schools, high schools, just building relationships with students, introducing them to Christ, not being pushy or shoving that, but just being present and being adults in their life. And that goes a long way with students.
Well, and I remember when it first started, right? It was in the little tiny, I was talking to Tom a little bit about the landscape of Moses Lake downtown before Walmart came in, and then how it changed since. But right next to JCPenney's, there's that little, real narrow, it was super dark. There was some beat up video games.
Yeah.
It seemed like it attracted
Bishop had all those little video games we didn't have to pay for. We just hit the little button and get free games all day. Yep.
And it attracted kind of the kids that wouldn't normally, hang out or, weren't necessarily. I know it's obviously the mission of the Youth Dynamics is the Jesus and the church and those kinds of things, but it's not like the minute you walk in the door, all of a sudden someone's handing you a Bible or something like that.
Right. Yeah. So, and we do in our ministry, we have two different arms of the ministry that really work as a great synergy, and that's the community side, which is what we are, because we're based in the community. We also have an adventure side where we take kids rafting, we go rock climbing, we do rappelling, bouldering, all those things. So we already have a couple trips planned for the summer that I'm super stoked about. Just getting kids away from their phones, away from their friends and family, and just kind of like a chance to be with nature and see God's creation and have those talks,
Well, and kids that maybe wouldn't normally have those kind of experiences or access to those too, right?
Right. Yep.
So so full circle, you're a youth leader way back in the day, and then now area director. But you do a lot more in Moses Lake as well, with like Springfest and those kinds of things as well. What do people not know about what's happening in downtown Moses Lake? Oh,
what's that?
I was like, I don't want to steal your thunder, but you had a pretty big concert, not last year, right? 2 years ago?
We had Mix-a-Lot here in 2018. People thought we were lying. And
who would have thought?
Yeah, he came. It was funny because he was out at a restaurant in town, and there was a couple kids kind of talking crap about Mix, and they're like, yeah, right, he's not coming here. This is a little tiny town. There's no way he'd come around here. And so he kind of like leaned around as one of his other singers, and he goes, what's up, guys? How's it going? And he was like, oh, it's Mix. So like he called him out in the concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, there's a couple kids said it wasn't going to come, and I was here. But we had like 5,000 people at the park. We broke a record at the park. People were coming in on boats. It was packed. And so it kind of opened up the Pandora's box for our committee. Again, Springfest, we're all volunteers. There's 5 of us, well, 6 of us that help run that, and we don't get paid. It's all volunteer, and we just want to bring on the fun in Moses Lake. We don't charge for our admission. It's free concert. So last year we had Chris Jansen coming, and we had to cancel, right? So we've got him coming again this year, hopefully. We don't know yet what was going to happen here next few months.
What's a Chris Jansen?
What's a Chris Jansen?
Yeah.
What is a Chris Jansen? He is a country singer.
Oh, okay. So
he's got a song called Buy Me a Boat.
Similar to Sir Mix-a-Lot, right?
Yep, just another act. We had Sawyer Brown here in 2019. Scott Helms loved that. Scott? Yeah. From Frontier? Yeah.
Oh, man.
But that Springfest and all the stuff I do there, it kind of marries good into what I'm doing just with Youth Dynamics, and I don't know, just trying to give back to a community that put up with a punk kid. The police know me now because I'm speaking instead of getting in trouble. So that's kind of how that goes.
Yeah. Well, it's proof. It's proof. If you are intentional, you try to make a difference. It can be done even in a small town, right? So that's what we're kind of trying to do with the South Sound Connections. Is shout out people that are doing good stuff. So you're doing good things.
Love it. I'm glad it worked. Figured out.
Youthdynamics.org, right, is the website.
I think it's yd.org. I think it's
yd.org.
Yeah, yd.org will probably get you right to the link.
Let me I'll just change that real quick.
Yeah. We've kind of been going through a rebranding, so there you go. Yeah, man.
Well, any closing thoughts?
I can speak to like the relationship side because you were that person for me, bro. Like you were the one that kind of stepped out and had a relationship with me when you didn't have to, but you reached out to me and God used you in my life. Thankful for that. Grateful.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to still have friends that know you when you were a pipsqueak, right? So
yeah, let's
thank you. We've been able to keep somewhat in touch as a group of friends and whatnot. So but any closing thoughts for people looking at, hey, we survived 2020 and let's do something good in 2021?
Yeah, I think for me, 2020 revealed the darkness of my heart and my bitterness and my selfishness. And so I think we can find opportunities to bless others and edify others and show encouragement to others. It kind of takes the attention off ourselves. That was the biggest thing for me. It hurt. It hurt pretty good because I can be pretty prideful. And God kind of wrecked me in that area. Yeah. So I'd encourage everyone just to find the positive, find the good, look for ways to encourage other people. Don't get caught up in all the negativity and turn off the TV, but watching the news and just focus on. My 4 words I've been using is focus on your Jerusalem, because there's nothing I can do to change what's happening over in DC. I can pray, but I can't change that. I can focus on my area, Moses Lake, right? And how I can help people here.
Yeah. Well, it is true. I mean, there's people are getting it done, right? People are making things happen and doing good things. So thank you for joining us for this adventure.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for having me, man.
All right. Take care, Sean.
Awesome. Love you, buddy.
All right. Love you.
Bye.
Now, when you started this podcast, you may have been thinking to yourself, "Oh my gosh, what is this?
Oh. What the hell are we doing here, Harry?"
But if you got through my intro and into the meat of whatever our guest was talking about, then you're like, okay, I get it.
Beneath a man, we find his nucleus.
Somehow, John, the DYOJO podcast is able to attract people more talented and insightful than himself. Exactly. We are the Infotainment Podcast. We are here to help you shorten your dang learning curve for personal and professional development. And this guest who's over here did that. You're welcome. So you may be asking, how can we support the DYOJO podcast? Well, you can like our page on LinkedIn. You can like our page on Facebook. You can like us on Instagram. The DYOJO, THE, that's how you spell the, DYOJO.com. Also, we are on YouTube's and Spotify's and Google Podcast, Apple, iTunes Podcast, Anchor Podcast. So you can listen, like. You can also buy this book. Seriously, buy this book. Help me feed my kids. Okay, if it's not for the content, which mediocre at best, think of the children. Okay.
Please, please,
Bob.
give me. I need. Give me,
Okay,
please.
all right.
Please.
Okay, and this Be Intentional Estimating, the DYOJOpodcast.com/book 1, because there is a book 2 coming in early 2021, Be Intentional Culture, which is actually myself and, again, more talented people than myself helping contribute to how small things can either enhance or undermine your efforts to build a strong culture. So check the stuff out, like it, review it, tell your friends, have a listening party, because most places we can't get together, but we could do like a Zoom call. That's the reason we're trying to do the lives. Maybe we can get a little more engagement, interact with us while we're on the podcast. Because anyways, thank you for listening. You all are great. Most of you are great. A small percentage of you are great. The DYOJO podcast. Thank you.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.